The afternoon sun filtered through the trees of West Horsley, casting long, deceptive shadows across the quiet Surrey path. 15-year-old Maartje Tamboezer pedalled her bicycle with the carefree ease of youth, unaware that a deadly trap had been laid just ahead. A thin, nearly invisible wire stretched across her path, a calculated instrument of malice, waiting to tear her from safety. In a split second, the silence of the woods was shattered by the sound of metal hitting the earth, and the railway rapist stepped out from the darkness of the tree line, turning a peaceful spring day into a waking nightmare that would haunt Britain for decades. Before we delve deeper into this chilling chapter of history, remember to comment, like, share and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime. Your support helps us keep these stories alive and honour the memories of those lost. The date was April 17, 1986. For the residents of Surrey, the railway lines had always been a symbol of connection and convenience, but for John Duffy and David Mulcahy, they were a hunting ground. Maartje, a bright Dutch schoolgirl, was simply in the wrong place at the most tragic of times. The tripwire that knocked her from her bike was not a random act of vandalism. It was the signature of a predator who understood the terrain with the precision of a craftsman. Duffy, a railway carpenter by trade, knew every inch of these tracks, using the infrastructure of the city to mask his movements and select his victims. The brutality that followed was beyond comprehension. Maartje was dragged into the undergrowth, where she was subjected to a horrific assault. The perpetrators, fueled by a dark synergy and reportedly psyching themselves up with the loud rhythmic beats of Michael Jackson's Thriller in their car, showed no mercy. They didn't just want to control her, they wanted to erase her. After the assault, Maartje was strangled and struck repeatedly with a heavy rock. In a final, desperate attempt to destroy any evidence of their presence, they set her body ablaze, leaving a charred scar on the landscape and the community's soul. The discovery of Maartje's body that same afternoon sent shockwaves through the nation. The press had already dubbed the mysterious attacker the railway rapist, but with the discovery in West Horsley, the moniker shifted to something far more sinister: the railway killer. This wasn't just a series of attacks anymore, it was a hunt for a serial murderer. The investigation, known as Operation Bluebell, faced a daunting challenge. In an era before DNA profiling was a standard tool, the police were chasing a ghost who left few clues behind, save for a specific type of string and a chillingly methodical approach to violence. However, Maartje's tragedy became a turning point in criminal history. The frustration of the hunt led investigators to seek help from an unconventional source. David Canter, a psychologist from the University of Surrey. For the first time in British history, psychological offender profiling was used to track a killer. Canter analyzed the locations and the nature of the crimes, predicting that the killer was a local man with a knowledge of the railways and a history of domestic trouble. This profile would eventually lead them to John Duffy, a man whose laser eyes and unassuming exterior hid the heart of a monster. John Duffy was eventually captured and convicted, but the full truth of that April afternoon wouldn't emerge for years. It wasn't until the late 1990s that Duffy, facing the weight of his own conscience, or perhaps seeking a deal, finally named his accomplice, his lifelong friend, David Mulcahy. The two had been inseparable since school, a bond forged in cruelty that began with the killing of small animals and escalated to the most heinous crimes imaginable. Today, we remember Maartje Tamboezer not just as a victim, but as the catalyst for a new era of justice, ensuring that even the most calculated shadows are eventually brought into the light. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe for future episodes from the Calendar of Crime.